If you don't know what you're doing, it's a jungle out there.
So now we're going to talk about how the balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow all fit together, and how and why Warren Buffett says accounting is the language of business. And in fact, he goes further than that. He says, if you do not know accounting, don't know how to read financial statement, better don't invest yourself, get somebody to do it for you. I would say, don't manage a company unless you have financial literacy, financial knowledge of accounting. I'm not saying you become an accountant. If you have financial knowledge, your ability to use the accountant, know what the accountant say, will become better. Now let me just show you why Warren Buffett says accounting is the language of business. Whatever you do in a company eventually ends up in a profit and loss account, cash flow, and a balance sheet. And if you know how to read these, you know what is happening in the company. Now there are two groups of people in the company. One, management. The other, the accountant. What do management do? Management plan. You have a plan. Now if you are the only person in the company, this is sole proprietorship, all the plan is in your head, you don't have to write it down. You are the only one to need to know it. But if you have a team, more than one person, that plan must be written down, communicated to everyone so that everyone moves in the same direction. That plan of what you want to do needs to be quantified in dollars and cents, which is called a budget. Although the budget coordinated by the accountant, it is a budget of the management. Plan without a budget is only a dream. Every plan must have a budget. Once you have the plan, you implement that plan. When you're doing that plan, when the plan is occurring, you are you're buying in a business, you're buying and selling. What happens is the accountant now keeps score. When the game is on, that score keeping is called bookkeeping. How do they do that? You send in your source document. What are source documents? Your receipt, your voucher, the DO, your check bar, and the record. This must be sent to them on an accurate and timely basis so that the financial report that is produced can be timely and accurate. Because no point producing the financial report 2 years after the event has occurred. It should be prepared as soon, preferably 3 to 5 days, maximum 7 days after the end of the accounting period. If your accounting period is a month, at the end of that month. Right? Now, bookkeeping produces 3 basic reports. Balance sheet, profit and loss account, and a cash flow. This goes to management for checking. If you know how to read this, whatever you do, you notice here, whatever you do in the company, even buying a cup of coffee goes in here. Even if you employ a person, he doesn't do anything, he sits in the company, he ends in here as a salary. So if it's so important, that's why Warren Buffett says, if you know how to read, you must know how to read this. This is the language. You know how to read this statement, you would know what is happening in the company. If you want to manage a company, it's more important that you know how to read. Most business people go into business without financial literacy. It's so important. I'm not asking you, I'm stressing it again, to be an accountant. But you need to have financial literacy, financial skill to speak to the accountant and use the accountant more effectively. Okay, now this come back to the management check and then take action to see if your plan, when you look at the profit and loss account, balance sheet and cash flow, agrees to what your budget, your target, then you might want to change your plan and increase your budget, increase your plan, set a higher target so that you can do better. But if you do not, the actual performance did not meet plan, then you go and change what you do. Two ways changing what you do. You can bring in consultant, sometimes they call it TQM, total quality management, or bring a consultant to see how you do, or you can even see what other people are doing in the same business. Those consulting, your friends, are free. Consultant, you have to pay a fees to change what you do. So, coming back to this, understanding these three statements is so crucial. That's why Warren Buffett says accounting is the language of business.